Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John. Today we're doing a non-alcoholic beer, Sharps. I have a whole playlist which is going to be attached to this video. How? In the first comment, I always pin it and I always put a link to the playlist to whatever I'm reviewing. So I have a pretty good playlist of non-alcoholic beers. A lot of reasons to drink them. Today we're doing Sharps, all right? Sharps. Made by who? Made by Miller. So I had it on my phone. Here it is, disappearing on me. I want to read you a little something about Sharps, right? And let's see. So made by the Miller Brewing Company, 0.4%, 0.04 ABV. So 3 of these would be 1.2%. An average, like a Budweiser being 5%, right? You need like 10 of these or 12 of these just to equal one Budweiser. So it doesn't have zero alcohol, but very, very low. And you can get by with that. Product description, introduced in 1989. It's the Miller Brewing Company, okay? Sharps is a non-alcohol, not really, alternative to premium beers. Our patented Evercool brewing process allows Sharps to be brewed at a lower temperature, minimizing production of alcohol, and giving Sharps a great taste of beer. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Some of the beers I've done have been outstanding. They've been so good that it's just something good to drink. If you cut grass, you want to get those electrolytes in. Some of these non-alcoholic beers, you have to check out the playlist. Were good. Surprisingly good. Good enough to where I like them as a beverage, and I would drink them. So let's see how Sharps holds up, right? I'm hoping this is a yes. All right, twist off. Now, Sharps. Made a lot of smoke coming out. All right, that's good. There's the carbonation. All right, put it up here where you can take a good look at that Sharps. Here, you know what? Here, let's see if we can. There it is, Sharps. It says Miller right there. Right? Not trying to hide anything. All right. Not a bad looking label, right? So, Sharps. Here it is. Right. Looks just like a beer. Let's see if it tastes just like a beer. Bit of a soapy smell. I hope that's not because I just washed the glass. It might be. And a fruity smell. But not a traditional lager smell, in my opinion. We'll see. I mean, it's not off-putting by any means. I wonder if it's the hops they use. I'm assuming they use some type of hops. All right, here we go. Here's the deal. On this one, now I have some, like I say, are as good as any beer I've ever had. And they're in the playlist, surprisingly so. Some of them aren't so good. This one, and usually they're going to taste thin because alcohol adds a little mouthfeel, and there's very little in here, right? 0.04%. Less than 0.5%. So the mouthfeel is thin, but no thinner than any Coors Light. You know, most light beers, any Michelob Ultra are thinner than this. Not a lot of hop. Matter of fact, they could have put a little in here. Would have raised the price a little bit, but it would have raised the flavor. Now, so we'll say no hops, very little hops. Looks like beer. Doesn't really smell like beer to me. Not the beers I usually drink. So here's the deal. It's in a bottle that looks like beer. It looks like beer in the glass. So if you're drinking at a party or something, you're sipping, nobody. And you can tell yourself, it's got all the, probably the, the electrolytes of beer. Flavor's not quite there. They haven't mimicked beer. It's just that it has low to no alcohol. That's not this beer. This beer tastes okay, very watery, very thin. Not a lot of flavor. No hops, are very, very undetectable. It has some flavor, but not a traditional beer flavor. Looks more like beer than tastes like beer. It doesn't taste bad, but if you're expecting a beer taste just with lower to no alcohol, this is not it. You can drink them all day long. It's just a flavored drink of some sort, and not a bad tasting one. But if I'm expecting beer, then it's a bad tasting one, or at least not one that hits the mark at all. That's what I'm going to say about Sharps. I don't know what else to say. Easy to drink, not bitter, almost really no detectable hops, or at least not in my world. It has a flavor. It does have a flavor, and not a bad flavor. Just not a traditional beer flavor. Some of the ones I had do hit the mark very well, and I think you would not know they are non-alcoholic or low alcohol. This one, I'm not saying you'd know, but you'd be like, little. I mean, if you drink beer, you know something's up. And that's what I'll say about Sharps. All right? You make your decision. I don't make it for you. You make it. You want an easy drinker that has very low alcohol, easy to drink, no bitterness, just a flavored. Right here. Want something more mimics beer, really, in the taste and the flavor and stuff like that? Same thing. This would, no. All right, check out my playlist, and I'll give you some that do hit it. From Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed, I am happy you have joined me today. Check out that playlist if you like non-alcoholic beers. It's growing constantly. I've got about 4 or 5 more to do. Plus, I have a nice list. I'm going to keep adding to it. Have some wines on there. It's my whole non-alcoholic thing. All right. Thank you for being here. I'll see y'all on the next one.